The political tensions in Somalia and the need for dialogue and compromise to resolve them was the main focus in the briefing of the United Nations envoy to the country at a meeting of the World Body Security Council. At the briefing, the UN Secretary-General's Special Representative for Somalia, James Wan, informed council members about the inability of the Somali leaders to move forward with the implementation of an electoral model agreed on by the federal government of Somalia and federal member state leaders in September 2020.
Let me be clear. I remain convinced that the consensus-based 17 September model offers the best available option to proceed quickly to an electoral process for selection of members of parliament, senators, and the president. To move forward on this path, it is imperative that Somali leaders use all available channels for dialogue and consultation, including contacts with a wide range of political stakeholders and influential civil society figures so that their important voices are heard.
The model had been formally endorsed by both houses of Somalia's parliament and supported by major political actors. The political tensions that ravaged the country over the model's implementation were worsened by questions raised by some political leaders over the legitimacy of the president's mandate after his constitutional term expired on 8th of February. The tension got to its peak with several violent incidents reported in Mogadishu on Friday morning in a protest called by the Opposition Council of Presidential Candidates. The unfortunate incident reportedly involved exchanges of gunshots between government security personnel and security teams employed by the opposition, as well as government forces firing on protesters in order to disperse them. In its effort to move forward with implementation of the 17 September electoral model, James Wan noted that progress was made, but there was no final agreement on contentious issues after the federal government of Somalia and federal member state leaders met in Dusamareb, the capital of northern FMS of Gamudog.
Growing political tensions threaten Somalia's state-building progress and even security, unless they are resolved through dialogue and compromise in the interest of the country. Unfortunately, instead we are seeing increased brinkmanship, pressure tactics, and tests of strength that can only heighten risks.
Some of the issues being contested are the composition of the electoral management bodies, the modalities for selecting representatives from Somaliland in federal institutions, and the management of elections in the Gedo region in the FMS of Jubaland. The UN Special Representative, however, noted that he has worked with other regional and international partners to engage FGS and FMS leaders, key political figures, and civil society representatives to urge a way forward based on dialogue and compromise in the national interest. On the humanitarian front, the UN Special Representative stated that the situation remained depressive. The number of people in need of assistance is expected to increase from 5.2 million last year to an estimated 5.9 million in 2021 as a result of increasing food insecurity, climate disaster, and the worst desert locust infestation in decades. Kamel Sadiq reporting for CBA TV.